Good morning. Good morning. Want to welcome you to the Communication Connection. I have Kari Kinnaman, and who is this, Kari?
This one is girly.
Hi, girly. Hello, girly. Yes, I know. I was introduced to you a minute ago. I should have known it was you. My apologies. It's a little hard to see your
She just
entire
went
face.
and just
Aw.
breathed. She was the one walking circles during the
Oh,
meditation. Yes, that was her. She's very expressive. Very
has
expressive.
she heard the one from Sean at all?
No, I need to go back on that. Thank you for
Okay.
reminding me
And
because
it's
I
on
want to
you.
play it on a speaker for all of them.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, I'd love
Hmm.
to see the reaction. Um, I I was going to say I don't know if you can record their reaction and have them listen at the same time. Welcome in,
Oh,
Brenda and Michelle. Welcome in, guys. Um,
I
and
can't see
horse
the chat,
healing
but
today.
hello.
Horse healing today. I'm so excited. So please share so that everybody else can come in too. And Brenda, please get a hold of Pam and let her know that we're on. I know she'd love Carrie and the horses. Um, and she keeps petting Girly. Girly is
She's the
upfront,
she
personal.
yes, she's the pick me out of my five horses for sure. She follows me everywhere. She's always wanting loves if I'm in there cleaning pins or anything. I pretty much have to love on her 80% of the time and then
Oh.
continue cleaning the pin.
So if you guys could help us by sending Girly love so that she can relax and share the spotlight with others, that would be great.
Yes. Yes.
Um, I met Carrie, and I introduced everybody about how I met them, and I met you by you coming on the lives and asking for readings, and then you've come to class and you've
Yeah.
met others that aren't online through the class, and also it's been over. Has it been 2 years or at least 1 year that you've been
I
coming?
think a year.
A
Yeah.
year,
1 year. Yep.
and there's so much to you. I know you and Kevin do a lot of joking back and forth with horse jokes. So, and he better get his rear in here.
I love those horse jokes. Oh my gosh, I laugh every time. Now it makes me so if he does, I try to beat him to it. if
I
he
see that.
if I get in there and don't get the joke, I go and I'm like, oh, I gotta Google one really quick. Oh, see, I knew the kitties would come as soon as we started
Hi,
connecting.
kitties.
These are my two barn kitties. That one's Tom, the one that's being loud. That is Jinxie, the and he had she has a really cool story. She was feral when I first got here, but I used animal communication to connect with her, and so now she is my cat. Like she'll come to me. She um pretty much me and only my son she will let full-heartedly just come up and pet, but mainly me. She'll run from my son if he's being ornery, but yeah, all just using the open heart and connection. It's really cool.
I hear that she runs from him when he's being a boy.
Yes, that is to the T. Mm-hmm. Yep, you got it. And that's the cool thing is she's really good. Like, I mean, I think all animals are kind of really good, but some are kind of stronger than others. I've noticed at sending messages. So you will, or maybe it's just they're just more straightforward. Just like how personality wise we can be. Because I definitely have some like her. She's super easy to connect to. I think. And so is Girly for sure, and Mama Chica is really easy, but even Baby. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they all are, but
Yeah. Okay. So, could you give us a little introduction to you?
yeah, I'll give you an introduction to me. But I did want to introduce her because this is little one. This is the one in my profile pic. She's checked out.
Oh, a
Yeah,
little one.
Tom's scared of her.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah,
could introduce the horses while you're introducing yourself,
yeah,
please.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm KK or Kari. I recently have made a big shift in my life, and I'm pursuing more animal communication and healing, as well as for people as well. It's not just animals, including humans. Let's put it that way. But with a primary focus on animals for sure, because I just have a huge love and connection through my whole life. They've been a major part of my life, and um, with connecting with spirit and connecting with them, it's they've actually been able to show me how in the past they were my healing and kind of my saving grace as a childhood, because I was actually very isolated. So yeah, they were always there for me. So um, now I just kind of feel like it's my mission. Sorry that I was not expecting to go there that deep, but it's kind of been my mission to just help them and help people, because I've noticed that or what I believe in my experience is that we are sent certain animals in our life, like everyone is destined to be with us because we contracted it. Yes, I know. She's like, yes. Um, because there's something in us that they're helping us out with, and they actually are very good at expressing it. Um, so I really want to use horses as kind of an intercessor, where anything that maybe I miss by my own feeling, because I'm a sensitive. So if somebody has ailments and they're around me, I usually start expressing them until I filter and go, whose is this? And then I recognize it and it goes away. I'm very impacted that way. But animals are too. So they'll take on our ailments for us. That's kind of their best. Yeah, she's licking her lips, and she is very expressive. She's very fun to work with. And so I kind of want to do a combo of working with people and their horse independently, as well as with my own, because I know they'll tell me, because now I've kind of learned their language. And horses are very expressive. They are easy to read comparing to like a dog. If you're getting a release, or a cat, they'll just show you far more signs physically. So it makes it easier, I guess. But yeah, I want to kind of help heal that way, so it heals the connection.
I like that. Yeah, very much. And to do it with other people's animals, mainly horses, and and that person, or the, I wouldn't say the owner, the human of the pair,
Yes.
along with the animal. So yeah, that,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people will, I mean, a lot of vets will go for healing the animal, whereas, like you said, they take on um, the ailments of their human.
Mm-hmm.
So when they take it on, then are you supposed to be healing the animal, or are you supposed to be healing the human animal?
Right. It's kind of both at the same time, right? Since
Yeah,
it's that symbiotic, and that's been my own experience. I had to go through the like, that 2x4 video, the like you first get the little whisper, then you get the call, then you get the nudge, then you get, hit with a 2x4. Yeah, I kind of did that like in my own journey. That's a whole different story. And when it comes to healing with my hip, I ended up what physically expressed and from the outside 3D perspective, right, would be, oh, you ended up with a herniated disc because of X, Y, and Z, and mainly being stationary with my last career, and um, yeah, it should be to where I couldn't walk right now, according to doctors. But once I energetically went in with my guides, and Archangel Michael actually was the one, he actually showed me a sword in my back hip, and he pulled it out, put it in my healing fire. And since then, I've just slowly been getting better and better, and focused when I was actually focused on healing myself. But in the beginning of it, I was in so much pain that it was hard for me to even get any sort of relief, to feel like I was connecting, even though I was outside grounding and all that. It was terrible. And so it made me really realize the concept that I had kind of understood but not experienced to really know that it's true, that everything happens in the spiritual energetic world first. It happens there, and if it's not addressed, it's stored, it's watered like a seed. So just like if you have seeds of flowers or seeds of weeds or whatever analogy, whatever's there is getting watered, and if it's not tended to, it will fester and it's going to eventually physically manifest. And our animals will actually even sometimes show that for us before we experience it. For example, right before I ended up moving back home, this is my parents' home, which is great because now all my horses are together with me. Before we were separate, there was distance and nobody liked that. Um, even though they were happy with all the other horses there, nobody liked the distance, including me. And right before I moved up here, my oldest dog suddenly had bladder issues. And I just chalked it up, honestly, at first to he's old. It makes sense. Things are going to start degrading because he's 16. So he would have been 15. And he, uh, then I get home, and 8 months later, my dad's having bladder issues, and he's had to have a bag on his hip
Oh,
for the last 6 months or so. Or yeah, 4 months. But and then we had physical plumbing issues at our house,
oh,
floods and piping
wow.
break. So it's like I could see the ripple
Yeah.
of it's all connected. And but the cool part is the energy field, the spirit realm is the umbrella. So actually, if you it's always a factor in both the mental and the body. So if you can actually go at the physical umbrella, it's like you can suck it out to make it easier to move. Say it's a physical ailment, now you can physically move better because of the energetic work. And I just had to experience it to understand it. And I've just really used the pieces of information of people in the community, the beautiful YouTube communities, that I can be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then also just really trusting my guides, me going, I don't know what I'm doing, and then going, oh yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So show me what to work on, what you're working on, really, what spirit's working on. And I work with the archangels, I work with God, source, creator, light, whatever you want to call it. I think they're just different labels for the same thing.
Yeah.
Um, and even galactics come in. So yeah, I've become very open, and I mainly receive messages via pictures,
Oh,
as
good.
well as just the kind of clear cognizant, clear knowing. But then I dabble. Like sometimes it'll come in with like you get those music downloads. I love
Yeah.
those music messages. And sometimes I will get clear auditory, but it's just slightly. And same with the senses. I've kind of shielded myself more unless I'm open up to like a certain reading that's about a physical ailment, because I feel it so much that it can be uncomfortable. But I will open up if somebody's specifically asking, like, where's my horse hurting? Then I'll open up my body to mainly just feel it, and they'll first show me the area, and then they'll kind of show me what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. And going back to the story of the uh, the sword in your hip, do you know where that came from? Because I know you didn't have it first. You had it because you were sedentary due to work.
Yes.
So we know it came spiritual. You and I agree with that. I mean, 100% on that. Um, but where did it come from? Was it something in the environment? Was it an entity? It came from somewhere.
Yeah.
I
I
remember.
I kind of can see it as um a little bit of the same thing in all, meaning I guess you could call it an ancestral trauma
Okay.
programming. It came directly as a mother wound for me on my mother's side and that lineage
Oh,
about really just like stifling and like holding, trying to hold somebody back. And really, it's just their own fear or programmed, right? Programmed. So it's the same spirit that just says you can't, you need to follow this societal box, and I mean, if I showed you the pictures, and probably even in your own lineage, and a lot of lineages, people have this honestly because of what our ancestors went through, like with the Great Depression and before that, with all the wars. I mean, what a crazy time, just like we're in now, but different, like
yeah.
very much more in their face, I guess, or our homegrown. But still, that I think there's just so much suppression
Mhm.
and it was kind of that entity really that was like, no, you stay here, and I mean, because honestly, I had kind of had hip pain for about a year that it just, the first 6 months was just kind of here and there. I felt it on the side. And when I was working at my last career that I was told to walk away from, I even had 3 dreams about it and I didn't listen. And because I was just starting. and, and so I decided to stay there and not listen, not take a break when my guides were, giving me notes at work that says, take a break or you will break. I have that on a notepad. Did I listen? No, because I knew they were going to not. I'm also psychic. I also knew how the roles played. I didn't ask because we were down and short staffed and all these reasons that I knew that they'd say no. So I didn't even ask. And that shame on me. I should have just told them because I knew. And sure enough, a year and a half later, like I said, I had about a year of pain. A year and a half was from the note that said, "Take a break, or you will break." I feel like somebody really needed to hear that. Yeah, for sure. So, so yeah, right when I lost dash walked away from my job, then it hit me full force.
Ooh.
So it was like I was really trying to break that tie of like, no, just stay in this. Like this job just it's a job, it makes good money, like, but nothing else was serving me or my purpose. It felt completely like it was repelling me from connecting because I'd
Oh,
gone from connecting so often to now I'm back in an office setting. It just wasn't working for me and I just didn't listen. And sure enough, the messages that were my warnings, but just in a precautionary, right, to help me, I just took note of instead of taking action of what I needed to do. But yeah, so I found out that it was the sword was on mainly my mother's side, but I would say just all like women, even probably not probably for sure on my dad's side. It was, and I guess it goes to the masculine because it's about the whole staying in what you think you're supposed to do instead
right.
of listening to yourself and what you think being outside information versus what you know in your heart you need to just go and do.
Yeah. And
And
they
it's
say
hard.
that women have the wisdom and men have the knowledge. So the knowledge to me at what you were going through was more of, like you said, the conditioning, the programming, the domestication, all of that compared to the woman's side is saying, hey, you need to pay attention and you need to listen.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
You're
wow.
right.
And you said there was a great story, not only of the cat, but of Girly and how Girly came to you.
I do. So they all honestly have such cool stories. But since Girly isn't, so this is Girly again. If you can see her, I know it's kind of hard. We'll go
Hey,
around.
Girly,
You want to say
can
hi?
you look our way, please?
I
Aw,
know.
you're beautiful.
Her mane's all crazy right now with the fly mask just coming off. And you guys get to see them raw because they have not been brushed. It's been weird weather where it just rained. So then half of them are muddy and they got we call these fairy knots.
Yeah.
So they got fairy knots in them, and yeah, it's fun. But so Girly was really she's a funny story. So I go to this sale that used to be, it's not going on anymore, but down in Hermiston, Oregon. I've gotten all 4 of my adults technically from that sale, and they've all come from different places except for the 2 oldest. This is one of the 2 oldest. That's Dirty. He came from Montana, but I was pregnant with my son, Ryder, and I had 4, I had 4 horses at the time. I had the 3 of the other ones that I'll show you, and then one that I knew I needed to sell. She was ornery. Her name was Squirt for a reason. We just didn't fit, and so. And I was thinking logically too of this would be smart to, save on money and with a kid coming. So I go to sell her, and when I leave, my dad tells me, Kari, and so I'm sorry to be graphic and vulgar, but these are his exact words because I'm the only horse person in my family. He goes, Kari, I swear to God, if you come home with a horse in that trailer, I'm going to slit its throat and bury it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm not planning on coming home with a horse anyway. That's why I'm going to a sale. So we're good. Yeah, no, I go to the sale and I end up walking around, and there's about 300 horses there. It's a big sale. And there is this brand of horse that these people, a farm really up in Washington, that has amazing horses. And every time I'd go to these sales, I'd see all these awesome colts. And they all worked well. They all looked good. They had great attitudes. And that's mainly what I like, the trifecta effect. And so I go in, I'm like, you know what? I'm really picky. So, and this was before I knew anything about animal communication. Okay. This is back when I was kind of in the, veiled, gilded age. We'll call it the gilded age.
I like it.
So I go by and I'm like, I'll find a reason why I don't need a horse because I didn't need a horse. That's and that's my theory when I go to a sale anyway, because otherwise you could go to one and just end up broke. And so I'm like, nope. And these people had about 50 colts, 25, no, maybe it was 25 colts. And all of a sudden I get to her and I'm like, dang, she's really good looking. Like you wouldn't believe it now, but she looked just like a little wild Mustang, this long, flowy mane and just put together. And I noticed, would pin her ears back at every horse and like start chasing them like cattle. And I'm like, oh, I kind of like that. Like you're kind of more the leader. And she would stay in the middle of the panel to where it was only in between the other colts and wouldn't come up to anybody until I walked by the gate. And as soon as we made eye contact, she looks at me and she walks directly over to me and lets me pet on her. And now she's like, yo, you telling the story. And let me pet on her and love on her. And as soon as I walked away, she walks right back to the middle of the gate or fence line where nobody can touch her. And all these people are trying to get her to come over. I do that 5 different times throughout 2 different days. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, and I noticed she only lets me touch her. And so I was like, you know what? If this colt goes for next to nothing, I'm buying her. Well, she went for next to nothing. So I bought her. And she just led right into the horse trailer like she'd done it a million times. And oh no, I forgot this part. This was the other cool part. Like how God will give you, or Spirit will give you confirmation. I go up to the pay window to pay for her so then I can go get her and take her in the trailer. And I noticed this notebook that's just sitting there, and I'm like, nobody's around, right? Like everybody's left. It's toward the end of the sale. And I'm like, I look at the lady at the counter. I said, do you know whose this is? And she goes, no, I think some gentleman left it here. And I said, huh. And I noticed it had every single horse in the sale in notes. This man or woman had wrote down notes on every single horse. what they liked, what was not good about it. So I go to the section of all the colts where she was. He had a remark on every single colt until it got to her. And all it said was nice in capital letters and exclamation point. And I was like, not at the time. I mean, I kind of got it at the time, but now I really get it. And she's shaking her head, yes. Now I really get it. It was just confirmation of don't question this. Like, yeah, it was meant to be. This was orchestrated. Like, and clearly she's still here. So my dad's threats were just, superficial. But yeah, so she has a really cool story.
Yeah,
And
you
she's
do.
super friendly. Except for to her brother. Yeah.
He's
And
behind
so
her, right?
yeah, that's Dirty. He's my second oldest. He's wait, girly. He's 20.
Oh,
And I've had him since he was 5. And so girly I've had since she was 1. I think I said that, a yearling, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Had him since he was 5. So I've had him for 15 years. It's so cool. Yeah, and I manifested him. That was cool. Looking
Oh,
back, once again, looking back. Yep, I was at a barrel race, and with his sister. So we'll come over and say hi to Malibu. And I was sitting there just in such appreciation of how awesome she was and how great she did, that I was like, you know what? My next horse that I get is going to be a dirty buckskin. Hi, Malibu. This is
hi,
Malibu.
Malibu. Hello.
It's going to be a dirty buckskin, and he's going to call we call it lane 11s. It just means they can stop so hard in the ground that their feet slide, their back feet, so it looks like 11, right?
Oh, got it.
And he's going to be so broke, and he's going to be the prettiest gelding in the world, and I'm a mare fan.
Yes,
And all of a
think of it.
sudden, a year later, I had actually contacted the breeder and owner that I bought her from at the sale, to see if he had any more colts from his stud. And because I'd kept in contact with him and told him what I was doing on her, because it was vastly different than what she was trained for, but she was perfectly trained to do what I wanted to do. And he said, you know what, I have one. I got one for you. And I said, perfect. He goes, the bad thing is I'm in Montana, and if I if I come over the pass right now, I just can't. There's too much snow. And I said, that's fine. So he kept him all winter for me. So that's Dirty I'm talking about, this story. Yeah, your brother. And so he brings him over in the spring. And I tell him, I said, I'm so excited because I just bought him, off of pictures, and he rode him and did all, and showed him off to me. And he goes, are you happy? And I said, oh, I'm more than happy. Like, I'm super excited. Thank you for holding on to him for me. And he goes, well, you know the story behind him, don't you? And I said, no. And he goes, you know that horse you were bidding on when you got Malibu? So how I got Malibu is he had 2 horses there, her being one, and I was bidding on the other one. Well, it went too high. And then I got to her and I said, wait a second, I remember seeing her too. And she actually was like super calm, really broke. She's built nice. I was like, I think I need to take a chance on her. So I got her instead. He goes, well, the one you got, Dirty, that's a full brother to the one you were bidding on. I go,
Oh, wow.
you gotta be kidding me. I didn't even notice that. Like, so just so cool how things all intertwine, you know?
And why aren't they in the same paddock
Pen.
together? Pen together.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I actually was just thinking about doing some rearranging. So I think I'm gonna put Mama in with her because they get along pretty good, and Dirty gets along with anybody. But I think I'm gonna put Dirty in with the baby, so baby
Oh,
can have company again. Yeah, they like a little bit of space, but I think then they get a little lonely. They like no fence in between camaraderie.
Yeah. So what are you going to do with Girly?
She will be by herself for a little bit. So she can just have me for a little bit, and she won't have to act like she's fighting anybody off for attention, even though they don't care that much. I mean, they want a little bit of attention, but
Yeah, that's good. I had a feeling you were going to do that because that way hopefully she'll calm down a little bit when she gets put back in a pen with another one.
yes. And plus,
Maybe.
now that, like, it's been so much riding the wave of schedule with my son's schedule in summer and now getting back into school. But now with school, I'm like, okay, now I have time to actually work you. So we need to get back into riding mode because she's 10, so she's perfect age to ride. I don't really ride Malibu anymore. She's 21.
Oh,
Even though I can ride her, she's awesome. I just hopped on her bareback a few months ago because I just wanted to because it's fun. And I think I'll ride Dirty a little bit, but mainly so my son, if he wants to ride, he can ride with me. So, but it's time. Girly has to get back to work, even though she enjoys her little break.
and is the rodeo season coming up? Are they going to be utilized for that, or are you just
uh, Yeah, so it's kind of neat that the events. So I just barrel race. I rope, like, practice roping on the side, but I I don't haven't really gotten into that as far as competing. So barrel races, they have just like separate barrel racing like
Mhm.
events that you
Yeah.
can go to and compete, and they're all year long. They dwindle down in the winter, definitely, with weather. Pretty much spring through fall. It's You could go every weekend. Not like your area though, because down in Arizona, uh, there's like every week. That's why I'm like, man, I'm definitely in the wrong area. But so yeah, I want to see if she wants to barrel race, and because I kind of just, if they like it, then we do it, and we do all sorts of stuff at home, like
Um,
different poles and cones, and we ride out in the fields. Like, it's probably hard to see with the sun, but there's a summer follow field back there in the mountains. So the house is surrounded by fields, so we go out in the fields and do stuff like that too. So they just get a little variety, and it's fun.
yeah, here in Arizona, of course, nothing gets done during the summertime. I mean, as far as horses and competition and stuff. But in Flagstaff and all, it can get cold, but compared to you guys, it's really not that bad.
Yeah,
So I think there's
yeah,
more going on towards winter here than there is up there, definitely.
that makes sense. That makes sense with the
Yeah,
heat.
nobody wants that. Uh, I mean, I like I've told many people, I've been here 50 years, and it's like, why am I still here? There's a reason.
Yep, yep. Otherwise, you'd be called or feeling pulled
Yeah,
away somewhere else.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. There's family all over, so I could go in many different directions. But we would love to have you down here, not in the Phoenix area, but more in like Prescott or the White Mountains or Flagstaff. I think the
Yeah.
animals would appreciate those more than here. They'd be closer to Oregon.
I Yeah, well, and she's a Phoenix baby.
Oh,
She was born in Phoenix.
uh,
So that's the cool part, is the guy had moved up to Montana. So her brother was born in Montana, but she was actually born in Phoenix,
oh
Arizona.
wow.
So I'm like, I know she would be like, yes, get me back there, because it's interesting that I really do think environment can really impact. And granted, they do have different moms, so there's, I guess, some genetics different, minute differences there too. But being born in Phoenix, if we have a cold hit us quickly and doesn't kind of go into it and allow her to get her winter coat, she's the only horse I've ever seen physically shake.
Oh,
Whereas he'll like start sweating, or used to when he first moved over here. Dirty, her brother, half brother, um, if it's 90s, he was sweating in under the sprinklers in the pasture. you know, and he gets like a thicker winter coat, where her winter coat is a thinner one. And I really have thought, like, you know, the first couple years of life where they're born can really impact just how their hair grows. And yeah, they can adapt, but then there's certain things that they maybe won't fully adapt to, if that makes sense.
It does. It does. Yeah, we had the last 2 days were beautiful. Now we're going back to 100 right now. So this is definitely, we never know what's going to
Oh,
be
no
next.
way.
But I think more of a slow coolness might help her grow a better winter coat. Start down here and then go back up.
Yes, yes. Or go winter
Yeah,
down there and then come back up when it's nice here
yeah,
again.
that's true too. I think she'd love to winter down here.
I think so too. Yeah.
She's showing us her other end.
Yes.
So, are you getting any messages from anything the horses want to say right now before they start reading? There's at least one person.
Other than they are hungry, but that's okay. Because that's why Malibu turned around. She was like, "I'm hungry." She's my sassy food one. Oh, I can give them all a treat really quick, but nothing that's coming through. I know Girly's super eager to talk already. Dirty's actually Dirty is too, even though his ambiance is way different. He actually zens out. Like, he's now looks like he's sunbathing, but he's in the zone.
Oh,
So yeah, they all if they want to, yeah, they'll come through. But I don't have any. I can ask if there's anything. I know Girly's super excited. My heart, when I connected to her just now, like individually, she's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, she feels like she's famous. So she wants to say that.
she is famous.
So thanks, Girly, for making it about you and not the collective. What about that? Oh, it is a message. So just uh okay, thank you. For everybody, just as a collective, maybe friendly reminder coming into today, and then we can do readings or whatnot. But just to if you see somebody as like a spotlight, or a like kind of like a superstar, right? Like her, she's like a superstar in her own world and in my world too. um that's in you, and that you need to embrace that feeling as yours, because it is yours. And really, if you see anything in anybody else that excites you, that's just another friendly reminder that that's been put in you to go after. Not to question whether you've done it before or not. That makes nothing, no, nope, has no point, no additive in the equation. Just do it. Um, and you might really surprise yourself how good and easy it might just come to you, um, because you just never tried it. And don't be, I don't like the word don't, but try not to be dissuaded by anybody. Because I know when my gifts first started opening up, first, I couldn't talk to a whole lot of people. And then I found amazing people online like Julie, and that then you almost get intimidated. Don't You've been connected with them because that energy is it's a symbiotic transferable energy, and you've been placed there so you can elevate yourself. So yeah, just remember to be the superstar of your own life. And if it excites you, like you were on a runway or in the spotlight or lights camera action is what she's telling me, then do it. Please do it. So that's her
No
message.
doubts.
No doubts. Yeah. And no F's given.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Yeah.
She's the only one that does this, where she sticks at her whole body out the fence pretty much. She's my little Houdini. I used to find her with the fence caught in between her legs. And like I said, back when I didn't know communication, can you get back, please? So you can see, like, there's 4
Yeah.
wires. and it would be stuck clear in the back on her legs, and her legs would be woven. So it'd be like one wire in front, one wire in back, almost every day. And now I just know that it was her way of being like, hey, if you're here, you need to be paying attention to me. Like, she really likes attention. And I call her my little Houdini because she just stands there and waits for you to either undo the fence or figure out how to undo the fence from her leg, and then she walks off. That's just been her since she was 1.
Yeah, I was wondering if you had to cut her out a few times of the the card.
Yes, yes. We don't have hot wire up here right now, but I've I've gotten into even the point of like maybe doing that, but I think I've threatened her enough that she's only gotten caught once since I've been here for the last year. So that's what much better than it used to be as a yearling, because it was a game to her. Definitely back then. It was a fun game.
Like any child you tell not to do it, they're going to do it immediately.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And kind of like, well, if this makes you, come love on me, then I'm gonna make you come love on me. So
Because I get more attention by being bad than I do by being good, right?
yes,
And
exactly,
I
exactly.
know kids like that too.
Mhm.
I
They
know
are
you want attention, but please find another way.
right, right.
Yeah, because I can only imagine what the cord to, pull across would cost, the wire costs and stuff. I know it's not that much comparatively to a horse, but still, it's like
Yes,
enough is enough.
yes. And it's easy to fix. That's the good part. Like
Yeah.
we had to just fix. So I don't know if people have been experiencing this themselves, but like my horses are expressive, like I said, but my animals in general have been very expressive lately. So I don't know if it's a combo, like if it's just the energy that we're in for the last, I'd say, month or two. um, they've been this way. And to where if I'm not connecting in and getting the messages from them, if I'm not doing my due diligence, they will do different things physically to be like, get the point across. Like, for example, I should have brought my notebook down here and I didn't. Um, I come down and I usually sit over in this little hay barn thing, and there's hay over there, and I have a couple chairs, and I'll meditate, and that's where I'll get a lot of my downloads for the day. I like to just be outside, or I'll go under the willow tree up above, but I really like being down here by them. But I was meditating a lot and getting my own personal downloads, and and I wasn't really listening to my horses. I'd done some healings on them, but not listening, a little bit. I got some messages, but not like I needed to. And Mama, who also now has her butt to us, Chica, um, she actually ripped down this top fence line. We
Ooh.
just put it back up. And I was like, why did you do that? And she gave me a huge message on boundaries. And then even my cat, actually, he's the nice one because my other cat, Jinx, won't let anybody but Ryder touch him or her. But Tom even bit my mom the other night when she tried to come over. And it's all been about a lot of messages about boundaries. So I guess that would be a relatively recent download from Chica for anybody that maybe needs that, is that boundaries are good. you know what you got, what you're containing in there, right? So whether it's your heart space, your mental, your physical, boundaries are necessary, and they can be firm, right? They can be firm but flexible, in the
Yeah.
sense like they're firm, where it is, but with people learning, depending on the degree of the boundary, if it's something simple, whether it's something more significant, then yeah, you maybe need to have a steel boundary there, and have more like paneling up. So but just to understand, that your heart's in there and that's what you're protecting, and some things deserve it. And but then other things you can kind of break down, maybe some old boundaries or walls that have just been put up that are not allowing connection. So there's a duality there in the message. But I know that would be something that she would like to reinforce, since we just put up the fence yesterday. Is that, and just that, like that, you can rebuild. Where you stand at any moment, at any time, any breath, any second of the day. You can make that shift, you can make that change, and you can reinforce wherever you're at there. It's okay. Change is okay.
Yeah. And it is good to know that it's not just us, but animals feel the same thing. Because I know growing up, as we talked about programming, conditioning, and domestication, is that we're told we're not to have boundaries, that we have to do for everybody else
Yep.
and don't put ourselves first. So I like that. Hello,
Absolutely.
Miss Ruth.
We're taught we have to do this for somebody else. Be this way for somebody else. No, you need to be you for you. That's that's the old unwrapping that needs to filter away, But you're definitely right. We are programmed from a young age. And I was gonna say, I don't know if you could hear, but as soon as you started talking, she did a release of, because she, like I said, she's actually one of my most, I would say, yeah, just like verbally expressive type. Oh no!
She froze. You're
Are
back.
you back
You're back.
now?
Yeah, we're back.
Yay!
Yeah, well, you just froze there for a little. You said she's one of your most, and I thought it was verbal, but
Expressive.
Okay.
As she did it again.
Yes. And that's the only sound I can make. Horse sound is the.
Oh, I like it.
That's what I taught myself as a kid, how to do that. But I must confess that I was very mean one time. I didn't think I'd have the reaction I did, but I was out at the Salt River. You've heard me talk about Salt River horses, that there are wild horses out there. Well, I was with two of my granddaughters, and we were hiking. My son and grandson were further away, and they go, "Are those horses?" I said, "I think I hear horses." And so I decided to play a horse sound and not my little one. And when I did, two horses came running.
Oh my gosh.
I felt so bad doing it.
Oh no,
But
I think that's so cool.
it was, I mean, we were laughing. And I told the girls, I said, "Get by the tree. They won't run towards the tree. So get over by the tree." And we were laughing. They were beautiful horses. One looked like a mixture, but definitely Appaloosa was part of it. And I think they were both males. One was bigger than the other. They came from sort of two different directions. And then they saw us, looked at us, and then they took off up the path towards my son. And I'm sorry, but we were laughing so hard that I couldn't call out and say anything. And then all of a sudden I hear this, "Ah!" Yeah. And that was my son. And I found out he doesn't like horses.
He was scared.
He was scared. And he was with my grandson. My grandson didn't have a problem with it at all. He thought that was the neatest thing in the world to have two horses come running past him. But yeah. But that was my latest
amazing.
story. But I thought that was, yeah. So
No,
be
it's
careful.
like they heard you call. Like,
yeah, they did. And I feel so guilty about it. I know they were safe. It was okay. I mean, if one of them got hurt, I would have felt terrible about it. But it was not. It was nice to see them like that. To have them almost come when you call. So if I need help, I know what to do.
yes. Yes. They're so smart. I mean, all of them, at least mine being domestic, Like they all know their names individually. They'll talk to you. Like if you just talk to them, you know, just like a dog or a cat, it's like the more you talk to them, the more they'll actually vocally be talking, you know, even and making noises. Hi, I know.
And she's
Um,
getting that. She's
she
getting your
wants to
attention for something.
she wants to lick.
Oh,
And
she
she
needs
likes
to
the
talk.
phone. She loves
Hello.
Julie. So you guys missed this already, so I'll let you see it again. When Julie and I hopped on before and the show, and I was introducing her, she did that and licked my phone to where now it's dried slobber on my screen, so I can barely see the screen of where everything's at. But yeah, Chica loves Julie. Yes, you
Oh,
do.
Mama Chica.
You do. Yes, you do.
Yes, I'll have to come see you. So she just put her ears back a little bit.
Oh, she's doing it at her daughter. Like, did
Oh,
you
okay.
hear that? Did you hear what she said to me? Yeah,
What? Oh,
you know,
yeah.
they all do that. They all pick on each other like that.
No, we're nice. We
Yeah, right.
don't pick
Oh,
on each other. What are you talking
yeah.
about?
It's so cool. So she's the mom of the 2-year-old little one, the one in the profile pic, and they both have this little tiny mark on their mouth. I don't know if you can even see. Oh no, now you're gonna go down. Yeah, I'm talking about you. But it's just this little white mark on the way bottom of their top lip. So you have to
Oh,
be
wow.
like under them almost to see them or have them open their lips up, and the baby has the exact same little birthmark. I
Oh,
call it their birthmark. It's really cool. Exact same color, like design, not colors. They're both white, but like the way it's marked is in the exact same spot, exact same shape. It's pretty cool. See like birthmarks for horses.
yeah, yeah. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Yeah. Well, before we take a break, is there anything or anybody else wanted to pipe in on a message for the collective before we start reading, or did you have a story to tell us? Oh, I know what I want to ask. Your son, how does he get along with the horses?
He is like fearless of them. Like honestly, super fearless. I would say, which is interesting, kind of like how kids in general can be, like human kids. Um, she, I swear, loves him more than me, the youngest one. She does,
Little-
like, not that she does bad with me, but she'll be the honoriest with me, like I'm, you know, just like I'm mom, like so obviously they feel like the most comfortable, so she doesn't like nibble at anybody else, but she'll nibble at me and play these games. And so now I've just learned that that's like her personality, like she likes that. So now I'm like, okay, I know we got, she's, and we've connected, she's shown me a lot more like what we're gonna do in the future, and it's a lot more playful, yeah, type,
Oh,
expanding things that I definitely, you know, um, didn't haven't tried before. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to do. Um, but yeah. So I don't think I have. Oh wait, sorry. What? My brain just went off in a tangent. What was your leading question? I was like, was there a
oh,
question?
about your if your son gets along with the horses,
Oh, okay. Because
because I know he does well with the cats.
yeah, sorry, she got me off on when I connect, then I like disconnect, and sometimes yeah, it goes a little toot toot. Um, Dirty, I don't know where Dirty went.
Well,
He must be hiding. I
Michelle.
was gonna say Dirty's who he mainly rides, like,
Oh, okay.
but he's kind of more in the sports phase right now. But he also has asked me recently to want to ride, so that's why we said to get back in shape. But he's hiding behind the shed, I guess. So
And Michelle Olivier is going to head out because she has an appointment. However, I do have her question. So, Michelle, come back later or watch the rerun, and I will type in the chat before we leave what time it starts because you're the first one on the list. Um, and so, girls and guys out there, uh, horses, please feel Michelle's energy right now, and if you can get some information for her in a few minutes, I'd appreciate that.
Yep.
Because Michelle's been through a lot this last couple years, last year at least. So I know that any question, anything she'll be very appreciative of what she gets. Anything else? Okay, we're going to take a 2-minute break so you can get the horses prepared for their reading debut. I'm so excited.
Yeah, they're ready. I'm so excited.
Here we go. We are back. Oh, and you are in your barn.
I'm sorry, running out of juice, so you guys won't get to see the horses. Yeah, this is the little barn. But I'm mainly spacing them, and I'll tell you which one it is. Unless they all come forward. Yeah, but the cats are joining us now. I knew they would. They like to come, and just so everybody also knows, I forgot to mention this to you, Julie, too, at the beginning. I meditated before I came onto the live, and I already asked everybody's for their highest good, those with unconditional love, and serve the highest good and their highest purpose, whether it's an ancestor, a different guide on your team, to join a healing circle with my spirit team, and I protected it and shielded it, so it's a safe container that we're all in today. I hope you feel that. And I will actually, with what my guides are telling me, because I normally close spaces, they actually told me that they're going to keep this bubble, it's so well protected, open. So if at any time you want to re-enter this space, you don't have to even click on the video. I mean, watch the replay, of course, anytime you want, but you can go into that space. It's open and it's there for you.
Well, thank you.
And the animals, I asked the animals, past and recent, to come too. So hopefully they already joined me, but I have faith that they did. So.
Yeah. That is pretty neat. And I can see a lot of animals right now that just lining up. So, okay. We're going to go ahead and start with Michelle. Let me I'll pop up her question. Okay. Going. Where am I looking for? Okay. Okay. Wrote down the time. And I have Michelle up here. I don't know if this is the one she wanted answered. Hold on a second. Went to a place that had a horse therapy, and it was amazing. I'm not around horses, and therefore I was afraid at first. By the end of the session, I felt so good, and I felt something no longer. So I think she wasn't afraid anymore. Let me go back. This is her question.
That's beautiful.
May I please have some healing love sent to my elderly mother, Isabel, who suffers on a daily basis with arthritis throughout her whole body, as well as other health problems. I'd be grateful. That's what Michelle is asking for her mom.
Yeah, definitely.
So, even
So I
anyone in
actually,
the okay,
yeah, anybody in the chat, that's what I was going to say. My guides are leading me to just say anybody who would like to join in this, like, just a quick, like, please, if you could just close your eyes just so you have nothing visually. Relax and take a deep, deep, deep breath in, inhaling fully. Love, light. I see this pink and green, mainly green light coming in. So breathe that into your heart. Hold it. And exhale very slowly, releasing anything from your body that is not yours. Completely release it. It does not belong to you. Inhaling in golden light again with this green and this pink coming in, circling around, all around the heart space. Hold it. And exhale. Because all of us can join in with that. And now you're not only holding that for you, but you're holding it for everybody around you. When you hold space, they can now hold the space with you. But now I'm going to actually ask her grandmother to step to the fire. So, like I said, in this container, we already have a little, envision a little campfire, big campfire, with everybody circled around it. We're all in there together, everybody watching this now and in the future, with our own team, our own ancestors, all with the intention of love and healing. And look at the fire, and now when I'm looking at the fire, I see it as green again with flecks of yellow and then pink at the ends. Ask that energy that we all hold together. Can we now, please, with love and only for the highest good, send that out to Michelle's grandmother? May she receive it with open arms and know that it is for her highest good. And now shield it with some golden light so that it stays in her space. Archangel Michael, Metatron, please protect the space and protect the energy that you're sending with love. Good. I don't know, I could feel that. So thank you for anybody else who participated, because I can feel your energy in there and it really helps. But absolutely, I'm sorry your grandmother's going through ailments. It's never fun.
arthritis is not something anybody wants. It's it's tough to deal with, but make sure you stay away from the tomatoes. They inflame arthritis. So
Oh, okay. And honestly, the animals were giving me a message too, and I know this is so simple, but first the cat came over and drank water, and I was like, interesting, and then Girly's over standing at the water. Um, so I think it's kind of a combo of truly, if you can encourage her to just drink water, drink water, drink water. I know that we say it's such a simple thing to say, but I even had this conversation with my son right before taking him to the bus. So that makes sense now. We are 80% water. So literally 80% of our diet should include water, which fruits and vegetables do, don't get me wrong, but we need water. we are water. It holds so much intentions. Also that if you can, if she can't do it herself, because I know sometimes when you're in that, right, in that physical pain, it's hard to hold space of like love and healing. But try to get her to bless her water in a simple one, and as well as spiritual baths. And what I mainly mean by that, like, yeah, you can use salt and crystals, all a candle, incense. I actually do it all, or you can use none of it, because the main thing is your intention behind it. Other than crystals do hold some energy. So, but still, there's and other things, but still, it's your intention. And one intention that's incredibly helped me, and this is when I was shown the sword in my back, was I am healthy, I am whole, I am complete. And really breathe into each one of them. And I would just say it over and over and over into my water. And I actually do that with my animals' water when I fill up their troughs. So some really healing intentional intentions with water, I feel would help her actually at least really with some relief.
Could you give that to me one more time? I'm going to put it in the chat.
Yeah, it's I am healthy, I am whole, I am complete.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I use capitalization, people. I'm not trying to do be grammatically or punctuationally correct. I just want you to see this so that it'll stand out from everything else. Okay, there we go. All right, there's that. Okay. Anything else for Michelle or Isabel? Is it Isabel or Isabella?
Oh, Bella. Isabella. Okay. All I'm hearing is now. I love that. My youngest niece is Isabella. So, but I'm hearing like the Italian voice. Like my guy's
Isabel.
speaking in Italian with an Italian accent now. I have a message for Michelle, and I think this is this is a really beautiful point in your life actually, where you're seeing the I feel you so much on this. You're seeing the suffering around you and the chaos, but you're actually getting the silver lining of it, especially with your grandma. Um, you're seeing how beautiful and delicate life is, and also how much more is there. I'm not saying that you didn't see it, didn't appreciate your grandmother before. I'm not saying that, but there is a different level of connection. And I actually see you guys having a telepathic connection. So I don't know if you've recognized that. If it could be something as simple as, "Oh, I just thought of you and you texted me or called me." It could be something like that, but I'm seeing like a real connection. So in in moments of space, if you want to send her that love and healing, one, I think she'll really actually feel it, whether she tells you or not. She'll feel it. Um, and I think you'll get even more about something about history. Like that's why I think I believe the Italian accent that came in at the beginning, but it didn't have just to do with the name. It's really about in your historical lines. Um, there's a piece of information there. They're not showing me what it is, but it's something for you to discover. It's they and I think part of it though is also just with your connection. I think I believe you're so it'd be like a clear sight and just clear knowing, which is, to me, that's what telepathy kind of is. It at least have my experience, that I just feel that that's actually really strengthening. And it's in preparation for another chapter, but it's actually a very beautiful thing. And I feel like you're actually going to see that sun cresting over the hill very soon and experience that joy. So if you can bring that feeling into you now, in the now, that's what we have. I think you'll see more of it quicker. You'll draw it into you. But there's a lot of beauty that you're going to experience right over the horizon. So it's here. So what you've been through was not for nothing. What you've experienced was never for nothing. I feel like you're going to find this newfound strength in you that you, man, this is making me tear up, are going to be so proud of, that you never thought you would feel about yourself. So this is something really deep, because I don't usually cry. If I cry, it's something very deep that you're actually going to transform. So I hold this space for you right now. I feel what you're going through, truly. But no, it's because there is such a bigger version of you that you just you haven't seen yet, because it's hard to see when your reflection outgrows the mirror. I think you'll understand that.
Oh, that's nice. That is beautiful.
Whew, I need water after that one. Sorry.
That's okay. No, I understand. Do you have water with you? Okay, good. Because yeah, you always have to have water with you, and the water is very important, no matter what you're going through. And I like the idea that you were talking about water, and remember when you add tea, coffee to water, you change the water. It's no longer water. People have a tendency, oh, I just put a little thing in water, so it's still water. No, it isn't. It's changed. Because tea is a diuretic. I, and I've heard that about coffee too, but I don't drink coffee, so I don't know that sort of thing.
Yeah, it is. It definitely. I drink coffee. That's what. It was funny, because after the first message with the drinking the water and holding the intention, I immediately grabbed my coffee, and my guides were laughing at me. So that's why the next thing that I grabbed was my water. Because they were like, really, really, and I'm like, I know. I love a morning cup of coffee, and I just sit out here, usually just like kind of where I am now. So this is my little routine, and then I switch to water.
It's good. So, Lizzie, you came in. Did you want a reading, a healing? Bonnie, you're in, and I know you could use some healing. I know we all can, but I meant what you're going through. And with 5 horses on hand, one male one gelding within them, right? He's a gelding.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was, I needed to ask, but I didn't think you'd have
Yep. Only
a stallion
only
around
one.
males. I mean, around females. That would,
Yeah, that'd be a rough life, I think. I'm not ready for that.
yeah.
It's funny though, Julie, that you said you thought I had 6
Yeah.
horses, because in the last 6 months I keep getting different messages, either from different people, that is like there, and I'm now beginning to see it into my field. And I was joking around with Kevin one day, because I already have his name now, and once I have his name, then that means there absolutely is a horse that's coming to me. So it was a joker. I really liked that, and that's going to be the next gelding. So I think since that's been out there, I think it's because there's one that's trying to come into my field, but I have not been on the lookout for a horse. So that's
Yeah. And I'm feeling it's further away from you. I mean, it's not in the same area that you're at right now.
yeah.
I'm hoping it's coming from the southwest. That'll mean you'll have to come down. But I mean, southeast to you. Sorry, it's. I know you're further west than we are, but yeah, I'm getting something. So
I feel that you saying that. I feel that for sure.
Yeah, and this is just coming into me. It's not going to be as far as Texas. It most likely you're going to skim the top of Arizona and go into New Mexico. That's what I'm feeling. Not quite Arizona, but that doesn't mean you can't come this way to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's a New
Oh,
Mexico.
I like that.
More in uh, the trees, not typically deserty. For oh, the Santa Fe just came into my head, so I don't know if it's going to be in and around the Santa Fe area. So,
Cool. Now I want to. Now I want to look.
and my granddaughter, who is 14, no, she's 15. Sorry about that. Going on 16 in December, she is rescuing horses or working with a rescue horses in South Dakota, in a small town in South Dakota.
Oh, that is
So I don't
amazing.
think it's coming from that, but I would definitely check out South Dakota because there's somebody there that might be able to go see the horse for you. Oh,
Right.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
A
that's
lot of
so
things
cool.
about horses has happened around me. Yes, Lizzie, we will read you in just a second. I wanted to let you know that I went to do my run I think I did 7 miles that day. Um, but I knew there were horses because I could see the tracks. And it's like, well, they're all going the other way. But then as I came back, it's like, but they're all returning. I didn't see any horses go by me. How in the world could I? I'm just on the same, I'm on the same trail. Now they're going back. I found them. One of them was very unique in color, was a flea bitten gray quarter horse. Flea bitten gray.
Yeah.
If you guys have not seen, you don't even know about horses. I never heard of this one, but there were tons of red spots where a flea would have bitten it, and then another color with that on the gray background. And it was gorgeous. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. And
And
you were supposed to say that because the person who first told me about a horse that they saw in my field and they didn't think it was a spirit animal, they keep she's seen it 3 times now because it was a class that I would do over the summer, just a practice group, like our Tuesday one. Uh, she's seen it 3 times and it's a gray. So I was like,
wow,
that's why also your like guides were like, you need to tell this story too because it's connected.
wow,
Like, mm-hmm.
wow. So
And I'm not a
the
color person. I don't buy based on color. Like
right.
that's not. But when they already tell me that's what they're gonna be, then by God, that's what they're gonna be. And I'm
And
wearing gray today, so that makes sense.
well, and I love all horses. I've always been partial to the Palomino color, of course, because golden, beautiful,
Yeah,
but there's not a horse that's ugly. Not a horse.
it's
Never.
so
They're
true.
all beautiful.
They are.
Yep. Okay, Lizzie. So, is there a specific question or some ailment you might have right now that you need assistance with, Lizzie? I'm told to ask that question. And there's always a delay.
I know.
Yeah. And anybody else who would like a question, please let us know. And please share, everyone, because this is the first time Kari's here. Um, I would have gotten advertisement out sooner.
That
Things
was my
didn't work out.
fault.
Well,
That was my
not
fault
only,
anyway.
yes, however, on the 12th, things happened in the family. Not going to get into it today. Calm down. Um, And yes, my mind has been completely focusing on that. So now it's so great to be back. I was there last night. I was hoping you'd come in last night, but I know you are so busy. You're off and
He had,
on
he had
constantly.
soccer. He had a soccer game
Oh,
last night. His soccer games are Tuesdays and Saturdays. I'm like, man, every
oh.
season is a different schedule.
Hey,
But
people,
no,
let's change this to Monday or Wednesdays, please.
until
Come on.
soccer's over, and then it'll be
Yeah.
something else.
Well, I'm glad that he's busy. My mind is blank. So whoever has information for Lizzie.
Okay. It's interesting because I actually specifically asked which horse wanted to step forward and give a message, and now that I say it out loud, Girly's like, me too. No, Girly. And little one had actually stepped over, like physically came over, like so she could be as close to me as possible. Of course, she's in her pen. She's showing me playfulness. Okay, too fast. She can talk really fast. Maybe it's just me, little one. So she showed me all sorts of things. Like, don't you remember when it was fun to just like all of a sudden run and go play on the playground? Like she showed me little, like, or just all of a sudden paint, or just all of a sudden sketch, or just all of a sudden. Oh, that's what it's about. Just all of a sudden. She wants you to add more spontaneity into your life. And literally, if something pops in your head, or somebody asks you to do something and your initial is like yes, and you're not saying it out of a people pleasing yes response, but as it bites, like yeah, and then you have the but, remove the buts, no buts are allowed here. You're like, okay, like that, do it. She's showing that just will add so much more. A couple things. Joy for sure. It's going to help you feel like your sparks reigniting, because right now your fire feels a little dim to me. Like your spark feels like there's been outside pressures. Let's put it that way. Like that's trying to kind of like dim. So if you do more lighthearted things in a lighthearted way, you're going to find this expression of you and this confidence. The main word that's coming up that she's showing me is just this confidence that I think is something your team's working on you right now. Is really building that. So yeah, really about a playful, youthful expression, and definitely say yes, because it's going to build back up that fire, because you've felt like you've had to dim it, or life, right, the chapter where you're at in the stream, let's put it that way, of the river, has kind of felt more like it's deflating the tube. It's not. You can expand that, and by doing some actions that are just and it could be the simplest of things, heck, what they just showed me is like somebody, in the mountains, and all of a sudden it's either raining and you run outside, or maybe even like in your own own front yard or whatever, just playing and dancing in the rain, or streaking off your clothes and going skinny dipping in a river. I don't know where you came from, but we did both. So so yeah, just like a more freeing, that there's this confidence that's working on you. So that's what little one's showing me for you.
That is great. That is great. No, it makes sense. There she goes. I don't know what I should do. Lack of motivation. And I know we talk about all the time about going with the flow. And sometimes I hear something, get in the car and drive. Okay, which direction, right or left? And I don't know if I've told you guys this, but some people do strength tests. I was taught human pendulum. Well, when you're driving a car, you can't really do the human pendulum too well. I'm just saying, it doesn't work too well. So my hands, I've got them on the wheel, and if I get, it doesn't hurt, but if I get an ache in my right, don't go right. And it's usually right around this side because that's as far right as I can go. And if I get on the left, don't go right, don't go left. And I get tingling in these three fingers. And that means move forward. Just keep going forward. And it's like, okay. And then and that's it. Yeah. I was doing that one day, and it's like, well, you've got me going west on the I-10. Where do you want me to get off? And they told me 43rd. I got off at 43rd and just going north. And that was a big thing because that was my spontaneous connection with Claudine. I had met her a week or two before, but I was sent to go talk to her, sit down and talk to her, and I did.
Yes.
So whatever they're telling you, please listen and be open to it. And keep the butt out of it, like you said. But I don't feel like getting in the car. No. You listen because, like you said earlier, if you don't listen, you're going to get the 2x4 will eventually come see you, and you don't know.
Yeah, and rereading the like, or the lack of motivation for Lizzie. They're showing me a couple things. That one, acknowledgement of the little actions, because I feel like you've been really hard on yourself for not having the motivation. Scratch that again, because that keeps you in that, right, like feeling like you don't have it when you do. So one, recognizing that, like Julie said, taking a drive and listening to your guides in any sense is doing something, and it's doing something actually probably at the highest level you could by following that inner guidance. And also the littlest of things. Did you get up? Are you out of bed? Did you, I just brushed my hair, I need to take a shower, like, but I brushed my hair. I'm gonna focus on that, not that I need to take a shower. Do you see, like, focusing on the little things. Tom just jumped up there. That when your brain wants to get in there and give you that, the ego part, right, wants to kick in and tell you why you're not doing it or can't believe you can't do it or whatever that little nagging voice says that needs to flick off. Like, it is just, then you can replace it with the little things that you have done and actually reward, like look at the things you've accomplished, and you can do more. Sometimes we are put in a state, this is what I feel like, you've been put in a state of a bow and arrow, where you actually feel like you drew back, and so you feel more in and less, more inward, less outward action. Get ready, it will shift like a bow and arrow. You have to pull back to then launch. And much like energy, right, is not created or destroyed. You've kind of been on this pendulum of, you're in the potential energy, right, what they call it, the scientific term potential. It's inward, because now if you can actually expand upon what you know your potential inward, you're going to expand the possibilities in outward action. So you're just give yourself some grace of the chat, where the current flow is, because you're in the precipice of the pendulum going more into action. I know you want to be there because you are more of a doer. Spirits asked you to be and to be comfortable with being, and when you be comfortable with being, you're going to discover your why, to why you do certain things. And like how you have lack of motivation, well, there's going to be an underlying why. All of a sudden, not just guidance, but you're gonna, of like nudging you to go here, go there, or do this, do that. You're gonna understand the why, like how it connects with you and your purpose, whether it's connecting, because I see you connecting with other people. So you will be getting out there more, because I just feel like you've been more in a recluse stage. But like I said, think of it more like a bow and arrow. You've been drawn back to drawn inward to almost burst up that, really it's your connection to yourself and to the whole, to your entire spirit team, honestly, that they're kind of asking you to do, to expand, because now you're going to open up these different doors of opportunities in that expansive state, if that makes sense.
She got goosebumps. Yes, that's true. Yeah. Anything else for Lizzie?
The only little one wanted to just leave with, they like simple quotes sometimes, right? And she's 2, so this kind of, she just said, "Do ya thing," but I think there's a song that says something like that. Do ya thing, do ya
Yeah,
thing.
I think
So that's
there's.
all she's just leaving you with some pat.
Yeah, something about do your thing, do what you want to do. I'm checking it because
Mm-hmm. Because I heard it like a song.
Yeah. I think
But I
it
couldn't
is.
place the song.
I wasn't sure because it was an older song, and Isaac Hayes pops up and do your thing. Full lyrics. If the music make you move, cause you can dig the groove, then groove on, groove on. If you feel like you want to make love under the stars above, love on, love on. It's not the one I was thinking of, but you've got.
But
Oh,
the
you've got
lyrics
to
are
do
good.
your thing. Yeah, yeah, I like the. Yeah, if you feel like you want to sing, because singing is your thing, sing on, sing on. Right on. Yeah, I know it's about the same. I'm gonna try one other thing.
I like that one. I want
Yeah,
to. I'm gonna look up that afterwards too and listen
and
to it. I
play it for
definitely play it,
little
Lizzie.
one. Little one will be appreciative of that. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
All
gonna.
right. And Bonnie, are you still here? I know I've got you on here. You didn't really ask for a question. I mean, ask for a healing or anything. And doctor, I've got you on the list. Um, we just did Lizzie, so take her off. If anybody
Was
has a
Bonnie
question, Brenda. Mhm.
was Bonnie on the list? Sorry, is that what you said, or are
I
you asking her?
I was asking her if she was still here.
Yeah, because Miss Bonnie, I know that this song like is your name, but because I'll always kind of second guess if it's so obvious, right? Of a song. But I just heard my Bonnie lies over the ocean, and I'm like, who is Bonnie missing, or who is missing Bonnie? Like,
Oh,
because the song would not go away. Like, and it was such a lovely, like I heard the woman, a woman's voice singing it, kind of like a, oh, I can't think of, no, I can't think of the movie. I can see the picture, but I don't know the movie. But yeah, so it's like either Bonnie's missing somebody or somebody's missing Bonnie, or it's mutual because it wouldn't go away.
1:30. Okay. And she's not popping in. And it's a female, you said.
Mm-hmm. The voice was like the
Okay.
singing, like the song, but it could be.
Do you feel the energy of the person that's feeling this way?
Actually, I feel it leaning more to my right, which right is my masculine. So
Yeah.
I feel it more masculine. This might be somebody who's crossed over, actually.
Well, he can keep
I'm
missing
not
her for
sure.
a while. We need
Yeah, I'm
her
like,
here.
I don't know. I don't know if it's in person or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That I can't tell you. I just feel the energy.
Okay.
But if she's not here, we won't go into it.
Yeah, I was gonna text her real quick just to see if she was anywhere on there. And Doc, what is your question, Doc? I just call her Doc. It's easier. Priya Ratne, I think. But let's see. So I know she's here. We got more people coming in. Oh, someone's on my personal page. Better go check that out. Who's that? Okay. Can't always see it on here. Wendy's in too. Wendy, this is horse healing. Wendy, do you have a question for horse healing
Or if you
or
want a
need a
message
healing?
from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And doctor, are you still here? I have a feeling you are. You might be working.
You're
I
very
know you're.
welcome, Lily.
Do you have a question or need a healing?
And I think you know how sometimes when you come together, people's whose senses and gifts, talents, whatever you want to call them, senses, I don't know, human different skills are heightened in one area, how they turn online more. Because like I get so much music when I'm like connecting with you, just like you do. And I do in general here and there, but that's not usually. It's just like coming in. I love it because I immediately, I know Doc's not saying anything, but I literally immediately got, "Do you believe in magic? And I hope you do." That song just like popped in my head for you.
Wow. Yeah, I hope she's doing okay with everything. Oh, and I want to let everybody know that Rachel from Scotland had her daughter. Everything was fine. She was recovering, so she's recovering well, and the baby's perfect.
Hi.
She's been coming here for 2 years, and she just had a baby. Her son is 15, and she just has a new baby.
Oh,
That's a big difference.
little
Okay.
angel.
Yeah. Talk to us. We know there's people online. So if you don't want to have a direct question, I mean, if you don't, you're too afraid to ask a question.
Yes, that's a big gap. Hopefully the sun will help though. Be a good big brother.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Yes. No one's no one's chatting with us, but there are people here. I'm looking at more than one screen. Just checking on stuff.
Yeah, if you say, no, I want to talk to direct.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll to fill space. That's what just popped in my mind.
Okay. Yeah.
In and out.
No, you're okay. It's kind of
Okay. Gotcha.
off, but
Gotcha. But the use of opening your heart space in the space of an animal, because actually that's what, even though I don't know where she is right now because I've not seen her, but what just came to my mind was the story of Jinxie. So the longer black haired cat, like I said briefly, was a feral cat, and it was, nobody knows where it came from. It was up at my neighbor's for a little bit, I guess, and they couldn't touch it. And when I moved in, this cat had been in the barn with the other black cat for 2 years. My parents could never even get close to it. Anytime they come down here, it would just scoot off. And I noticed that if with especially an animal like that that's more in the wild, you can kind of feel their pressure boundary. So if you start to approach them, because I mean they you can feel this bubble where they're coming with you. And so if you do a really good job just massaging, I call it, meaning you get right up to that energetic boundary but cross it, but you massage it, and you just meet in stillness and open up your heart and try to connect with them. It's amazing how much quicker you can connect with your animal. And one of the things that little ones really been teaching, that I didn't have in my own horse practice, to show them what you want to do ahead of time. And even when you plan out, actually sent some of message to them, but if you actually intentionally sit down, and you can either say it out loud. If you say it out loud, I believe personally it magnifies the energy, but you can say it in your head and just send a picture of what you're seeing or thinking of, and then just open to whatever comes in, and trust it. That's something that I've like I said, I learned, my cocoon, I call it phase, was my own self-doubt, and doubts came to my own messages for me. Yeah, if I can encourage anybody to just trust, that's been a big lesson for me. But massaging that energetic field, you'll eventually get closer. So and that's what I did with her. I just opened up my heart space, and she wanted me to tell that story, because we can do that with people too. You and Scott talk about third item. It's
Yeah.
the same thing, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're massaging that energy before you're actually entering it in reality, in this 3D reality. So
Yeah. Yeah. And Pamela Shore is on my personal page. Hello, Montel. Welcome in. And this was her question. My dog passed this week. Any messages from him?
Oh, Pam, can you give me a name, the name, because I don't want to be picking up on the wrong dog. Let's put it that way. Because immediately in my field, whether this is, so you could confirm this too, I saw like almost like a black lab looking dog. It might be a little bit of a mix, or a straight black lab. So I don't want to accidentally pick up on the wrong dog, especially if you've had multiple dogs, because I feel like you've had multiple dogs that would like to talk.
Yeah. Just waiting for her reply. Keep looking back and forth. Yeah.
And I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
It's hard.
It really is. I had 3 pass away in 23, I think,
Oh,
within 5 weeks. So yeah.
oh, geez, man. It's like they said, I seriously saw them all grabbing hands, like, we're literally crossing this rainbow bridge together. Like, yeah. But it makes it harder on us. Like,
Shorty, no other dog, she says.
oh no, Shorty?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it so you see it's how it's spelled.
Oh, Shorty. Oh,
Golden doodle.
a golden doodle. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, well, interesting. And you said no other dogs.
Yeah, no other dogs.
Okay. So what Shorty's showing me is that already you know how they go through the transition kind of it's kind of like a little bit of soul healing repair before they go fully on to just play in their own paradise. Already there, happy, and very happy with you and the life like provided. Primarily reminding you, right, because honestly, it already feels your pain and grief. So it's one of those like how to harmonize the emotion of grief, even though um, Shorty knows that you need to go through grief, like we all do. It's just not the fun part of it. Showing me as a physical, but this is why I have to show you. So was showing me how to you from Shorty. I don't think this is going to be the message, but maybe this is my own personal human interpretation because this is just what I saw, so I have to say it. Like a ball dropping out of nowhere, just bouncing across the floor in front of you. Like that's the vision I was shown. Let me see if there's another message with that. But when I first tuned in, said it's going to be actually dropping you messages and signs. You actually, now I just saw this. I feel like you're going to see a dog within the next month that looks just like Shorty, and it's just a big confirmation of him being a vet, like using another dog as a intercessor to get a message across that is not gone. Like he absolutely is with you. I even feel you. Oh man, and this might scare you. In your, but maybe not. But I just said that because I feel like it might at first. If you sit in a quiet space alone and have a moment of just a big sigh of relief kind of thing, like a deep inhale, exhale, where you're whether you're intentionally or not connecting, right? Because you've released so much that you're just open to receive. I feel that you're gonna feel your dog rub up against you or lay on the bed next to you, like literally feel it as if it should have been there. Um, there's connection work on the other side that Shorty's showing me with your own abilities to kind of remove the veil of the spirit world. Oh, you have? Okay. Okay. Like, so this is something, yeah, that's what he's showing me is like an agreement. Like, this is actually to heighten your connection in that realm. So, yeah, I hope that gets some relief, but he's totally with you. He's completely happy and mainly wants to say how much your life was perfect, you know? Oh
What
my
do you
God,
mean
that's so cool.
he got you in the ankle? How did he get you in the ankle? Was it with a ball that was bouncing or some other way?
Or like,
What do you think?
oh, or maybe felt like he bit her in the ankle, you know, like healing
Just
her
nibble?
kind of thing.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
that too. But oh, Pam, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that is good. And to go through so quickly, that is great.
Yeah.
I felt him
Yeah,
rub
I
up.
feel like he's like
Oh,
more excited about being over there to help you. If that sounds like
he
it
didn't ever
feels
fit.
like he's going to be able to help you grow so much more than he even did when he was here, kind of thing.
He hated
Maybe
balls.
that's why he showed me the ball just rolling because it didn't show me him going after it. It just showed me a bouncing ball, like bouncing off. So maybe that's why
Bouncing
it was
off.
like a haha. You could never get me to play fetch, and I never got that part of the mess. It's hilarious because I'm hearing that now. Like that's funny. It's funny. Yeah, beautiful energy. Yeah, this growth.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah, he's on board. And obviously, like, he's on board.
Now I notice you have cats, but do you have any dogs in the around there?
Yeah, so
Oh,
I personally own 3. There's 5 total here. So I have a border collie. So when I'm inside, if I'm doing like normally on like my computer, dude always joins me. Then I have a little min pin that's a few years old, and his name is Yo Yo. And then I have an old dog that I literally need to call the vet to it's time for him to cross over as well. It's yeah, he's finally given me the go ahead. And honestly, my guides told me as soon as this one supplement runs out, that's he's gonna tank then. And it's just his time. But so I have an old man there. So I technically have 3, but there's 5 total here. My parents have a border collie, and then my oldest sister, her dog's here, and it's a border collie mixed with like a hound. It's really interesting. So yeah, we're just full. We got so I have 5 horses. There's 5 dogs here, and 3 cats, because then I have a cat inside too. That's a black and white tuxedo kitty. So there's just all sorts of animals and birds. Oh man, all the birds. I love all the birds. I noticed before, you probably can't see up there, but I noticed the birds came up on the perimeter on the telephone pole today when I first came down because they wanted to join,
oh
and they
wow.
kind of do like a protective field. But I've had a lot of bird messages and animal messages, but it's nice having everything out here.
And
No, see,
wow,
baby, I
and
think.
she's saying that 15 years. Wow,
Oh, that's
5 months. I can't hear you all of a sudden.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you now. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what
No, that's
happened there.
amazing. That's amazing. No, I think so. Beware, because I think Shorty's coming back. So when you said you absolutely don't have any other dogs, I'm like, well, that makes no sense then. Why I'd see like a black lab looking dog. So I think you're gonna find Shorty and another dog. It's not gonna be the same breed though. Um, I do think it's gonna be a medium-sized black furred dog. That's what I see. Yeah. So he will come back, but he not until he's done doing what he needs to do while he's gone, because then it's going to be a whole different level when he comes back, if that makes sense. So it's just like a cycle. Like this is like I just see you in contracting with arms hooked. That this is part of your agreement that you guys grow, especially spiritually, together. I was hoping a grandchild. How about a grandchild and a puppy at the same time? You could do that.
I call my son's dogs grandpups. So yeah, so
That's true.
and they treat you just like they would anybody else. I mean, they act like you're their grandmother as well because they see how you are with the
Yeah,
child. So
that's so true. They're like
yeah.
family. I don't know if you probably heard it, you can't see it. So I have doves that have made friends with me. So they come
Oh,
in and they either check off like one at a time on the nest, or they because we built a nest up top after Ryder threw down a nest, threw a rock at the nest and made it fall down originally, with 2 baby birds in it, big baby birds, baby doves. So now the doves rebuilt their nest, and they don't care if I'm here. They just come in. I told them I have to get them food next. That I put water down here for the cats and the birds, and that next I'll get bird food down here because the bird food's all up at the house. So But it's
Yeah,
fun.
so it doesn't sound good to put the bird feed next to the cat stuff, but hey.
No, no, not at all. I'll have to hang it.
Yeah, I just saw that. It is like, no, it doesn't work. It's kind of like the red circle with the lines through it. Yeah, that's what popped up. Well, it's that time. It is 2 till 10 our time. I know some of you are elsewhere. Thank you guys for coming in. This was really great. It's like, okay, what can we do next time for you? We need to get like a big screen TV or the monitor out there so that the horses can see themselves and
Yeah.
all these
Oh,
visions I have.
that would be so fascinating. They would, oh, that's actually a great idea. Oh, well, thank you. And thank you for this idea. Because honestly, it was your show during one of your lives that you said you should do with your horses. And I was like, I never even thought of that. Like, of course I should. Like, that's so thank you. And thank you for having me on and just for who you are. Because it's been such a blessing to meet you and so many others and connect with you. It will be in person soon. I feel it, but because it's been so refreshing to find like-minded individuals and souls that just bring more joy. Fill my heart with joy and expand my soul. So thank you.
Thank you. And hold on a minute as we go. I will see you when we're done. Thank you guys for coming in. Montel will be on the 1st of October. Then Sarah Reddington will be back. I had to postpone Sarah's because of what happened in the family recently. So she will be coming on the 8th. And I know I did post it most of the places, but my mind was not in technology for the last week or so. So it's good to be back and making a difference. That's what I'm here for, to bring people that you haven't met to you so that we can add healing, horse healing. I just think that's the greatest thing with 5 animals, but I know she's going to have a 6th.
Yeah.
We don't know when, but hopefully soon.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for being in. Tonight is Don and Angie. Tomorrow, Don and Shauna. I will be back live on Friday with Scott. He was out of town, and yeah. What else? Saturday morning will be Susan. I think she's in this week. In another week, I think she's gone on vacation, so we won't have her the following Saturday. Um, oh, and I keep forgetting Friday night, Miss Bonnie, if you're around, Friday night live happy hour. Hopefully that'll be going on with Sarah and Bonnie. And then Sunday, Psychic Sunday with Jess. We didn't see her in today. I'm surprised. And Kevin.
Yeah.
But we'll have to send them a link and have them watch it later. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of the week.
Yeah.
Love, light, and blessings. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Anything? Any messages from the horses? Girly, does she want to say anything, or Mama
Oh
Chica?
gosh. No, Chica actually is the one stepping forward. The mama makes sense. Little one's stretching, literally downward dog stretching. So no, they all are just thanking you because they're reminding Chica is reminding me, but it's a message for everybody that as you release and heal in your own space, just that reminder that you are actually truly causing a ripple effect for everybody and everyone around you. And that's in all space and time, fake time. So that's past, present, future, all dimensions. Like that's huge. So just remember that like you might feel like a little grain of sand, but you can make one hell of a tsunami in the ocean. So keep doing the work and recognize the path you're on. Because if you're clicking onto videos like this, then you're already in that process. So yeah, may we continue to heal each other by healing ourselves.
Thank you. Have a great one.